This next song is one of my favorite songs on the show. It's not one of our best known, but it's one of my favorites. And I'm going to tell you why. This song might sound like an inconsequential blues groove without much substance to it when you first listen to it. But it's really much more than that. It's a song about what the blues is really about. And what the blues is really about is the indisputable fact that we get some good times in this life. And then again, we get some bad times too. Now, this is useful information for people who might not know that yet. Some people don't know that yet. I mean, for instance, maybe you're young enough to think that there ain't gonna be no bad times in your life. I mean, why would there be? You got your plan working, you got your program happening, you know what you're doing, you got this. What could go wrong, right? Sure, of course. And then again, on the other hand, this is always the other hand, see, maybe you're old enough to think that there ain't gonna be no more good times in your life. Maybe you look like me when you get out of bed in the morning. The first word out of your mouth is, ow. And oh my goodness, I'm making this bathroom like a newborn giraffe. Just all wobbly and hanging on to stuff. And at this point in the introduction, I would usually, or what I used to do, was go on to elaborate at length on the vicissitudes of being 75, which is what. Wow. Okay, now see, I can talk about it. I can tell you about my knees. I got bad hip on this side, replaced hip on this side, spinal stenosis. I can talk about it. I can tell you about it all day long. You got the time, I'll tell you about it. But see, here's the thing, I want to tell you a story. A long time ago, very long time ago, I used to play with a blind keyboard player by the name of Dwayne Smith. Now, Dwayne was only blind in the sense that he couldn't see with his eyes. He saw with his whole body. He could walk up to a wall and tell you when he was 2 feet from it by the cushion of air that was there. He could walk down a hall and tell you where the doors were, and tell you whether they were open or closed. He could walk into a room and snap his fingers and tell you whether the ceiling was high or low, whether the room was large or small. He was amazing. And totally self-sufficient, didn't need anybody's help or anything. Well, one night, Dwayne and Maurice and I, and once again, as I say, this was a long time ago, we're sitting in the lobby, or in the lounge rather, of the Riviera Hotel in Las Vegas, having a few drinks. And this was back in the days before smoking wasn't frowned upon the way it is now. In that lounge, well, it looked like it was on fire. It looked like the place was on fire. I mean, Paul's microphone stand over there would have been mostly obscured by smoke. It was bad. It was bad. At some point during the night, I decided, being me, that I needed to complain about that, and so I did. I said, God, dang, man, this is bad in here, man. My eyes feel like a cover of scratched up ping pong balls, man. This shit hurts. This is bad. Dwayne turned his face to me and stared at me through that impenetrable wall of his shades. And he said 3 words. Are they working? Yeah, Dwayne. Yeah, they're working. And Dwayne raised his shades and showed me what was supposed to have been his eyes. They resembled eyes, I suppose. But it didn't take a second to realize that it ain't no light was getting through those. They weren't windows, they were walls. And Dwayne was behind those walls forever, for life, from now on. And he let me take in that reality for about 3 or 4 seconds, and then he dropped his shades back down on his nose and said, mm-hmm. And he was right, wasn't he? Sure he was. Of course he was. Of course he was. What in the hell was I thinking of? Talking about scratchy eyes when I was sitting across the table from the phone. What? And what am I doing talking about my shit? Oh, dear and I. When there are millions of people all over this world who would trade their pain for mine without a moment's hesitation or a second thought, and I know that. I know that. So when I think about this song, when I sing this song, I don't think about vicissitudes anymore. I think about the fact that life is short. Maybe we better enjoy it while we got it and quit being ungrateful all the time. And maybe just one more thing when you walk out of the house in the morning. Try this. When you walk out of the house, say, by the grace of whatever I believe in, I'm going to walk out of this place and I'm going to treat other people the way I want to be treated. And not only that, I'm going to talk about other people the way I want other people to talk about me when I'm not there. In fact, I'm going to go so far as to try to think about other people the way I need other people to think about me, cutting me some slack, giving me a break every now and then, looking for the good in me, because I do mess up. And I can't very well ask for that if I'm not willing to give it now can I? So, as my friend Becker once said, I'll start by taking one step at a time and stop throwing my blessings away. Can we stop throwing our blessings away? Can we do that? If we can, there's something big for every single one of us, just as sure as I'm sitting here. That's the name of the song.
Sure.